How's it going everyone, and welcome back to another Modern Warfare 3 weapon guide. Today I've got another secondary weapon to feature, and we're going to take a look at another weapon from the handgun category, the USP 45. H&K's USP pistol comes in a variety of different calibers, but the one we've got in game is chambered for the 45 caliber ACP round. We've seen this weapon in all Infinity Ward games so far. It was in Call of Duty 4, returned in Modern Warfare 2, and of course it's now in Modern Warfare 3. In all three titles we saw the USP with an underbarrel tactical accessory. We had that cool laser module thing in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and in Modern Warfare 3 we've got that little flashlight, although in all three games none of these accessories are usable. It would have been cool if these attachments were enabled by default, if we had that like laser sight in Call of Duty 4, even if it was only visible with the night vision enabled. And it would have been cool if the little tactical light on the Modern Warfare 3 version was enabled, just to add some Battlefield 3 style annoyances to Call of Duty with that bright light that disorients the enemy. So let's get started with this guide and take a look at some of the USP 45's general features. USP's damage figures come in at 40 to 17, that allows you to get your kills in 3 to 5 shots. Although that 40 damage figure up close is one of the lowest figures out of all the handguns, it retains that damage thanks to its increased range, which makes it more suitable for taking out slightly longer range targets than the other smaller caliber pistols. Recoil of the weapon isn't too bad. As you can see, most of the shots kind of stay on target. And as you can see by the iron sights diagram, the iron sights are pretty usable, although it's worth noting that using the suppressor on the USP 45 obscures those iron sights, so it makes it more difficult to line up your long range shots. And being a 45 caliber pistol, one of the more higher power rounds, the model of this weapon is wielded with two hands, as opposed to the P99 and the 5.7, which is just used in one hand. So moving on, let's take a look at some more detailed stats. Like all the pistols, fire mode is semi-automatic, although its aim speed is slightly slower than the other pistols at 0.20 seconds. That's the same as all the submachine guns, whereas the other pistols come in with either a 0.10 second or a 0.15 second aiming speed. Rate of fire is the same as all the higher power pistols at 750 rounds per minute. The best stat for the USP 45 is its reload time. It weighs in at 1.63 seconds, that's the fastest out of all the pistols, and it's got a pretty decent mag size at 12 rounds. That's the same as the P99, but not quite as high as the 5.7 16 rounds. So as far as pistols go, there's nothing really that special about the USP 45. It's kind of like a middle of the road handgun, and you get it at level 1, so it's not really one that you look forward to unlocking. Whenever I'm looking for a pistol, I tend to go with the ones that stand out, like the 44 Magnum or the Desert Eagle, or new weapons to the game that have that little bit of novelty to them, like the 5.7. With the USP 45 being around since Call of Duty 4, it wasn't really one that I paid much attention to, but I actually got some good games with it while collecting clips for this guide. Stats wise, other than its fast reload time, I don't think anything really stands out and doesn't really make it a better choice than say the P99 or the 5.7. The P99's got similar damage figures, same mag size, only a very slightly slower reload time, yet it's also got a much faster aiming speed and a much higher rounds per minute cap. But like I mentioned, if they did have that underbarrel flashlight enabled, that would have given the perfect incentive to use this weapon over any of the others. Not only for the cool factor, but also for that little advantage where you can blind the enemy to win those close quarters gunfights. So let's move on and take a look at my recommendations of attachments for your USP 45 in game. We've got a total of 4 attachments, so with me recommending 3 attachments, there's only one left out, and that is the silencer. The only reason is because it obscures those iron sights, and you're also going to be limiting your range, meaning you're going to need those 5 shots to kill as opposed to 3. But saying that, you do get the advantage of staying off the radar, which if you're using this weapon as a primary and going pistols only can be a handy trait. But in my opinion, there's better attachments to choose from, with my first recommendation going with extended mags. USP 45's got that decent magazine size by default, but you can increase this from 12 rounds up to 18 rounds. Otherwise, out of all the pistols, you can have some fun with the akimbo attachment, which allows you to dual wield 2 of these things at the expense of being able to aim down sights. This makes the weapon more deadly at close range, but out of all the pistols, I'd much prefer 2 dual wielded 44 Magnums. Then finally, I've just listed the tactical life as more of a novelty attachment. It's just going to change the character model from using the weapon with 2 hands to using it with 1 hand and using that tactical knife as a kind of support for your weapon. Of course, if you're the knifing type, you've also got that advantage of having that increased melee speed. But that's about it for my guide to the USP 45 in Modern Warfare 3. As always, if you enjoyed my video or learned anything new, please drop me a thumbs up down below to help spread the word and give my videos more widespread exposure. I did get some pretty cool clips when using the USP 45, so let me know down in the comments which clip from this guide was your favourite. I think my favourite's got to be when I kill the Juggernaut with dual wielded pistols, plus the help of my throwing knife. Come and say hello on Twitter or Facebook, links to both profiles are down in the description. And while you're there, you can also check out the link to the playlist in case you've missed any of the previous episodes from this series. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.